Hi everyone, we're looking at Please, Please, Please today by Sabrina Carpenter. It is tricky, there are lots of chords, bar chords, slash chords. So if you're a beginner, this is going to be very difficult. Feel free to try and learn my other lesson for Espresso or Manchild because they are much easier, especially for beginners. If you want a challenge though, obviously stick with me. Now we have the verse and we have the chorus for this song. And there's also, right at the end of the song, there's this cool bridge kind of section that happens as well. So let's start with the chorus, because the chorus happens for the introduction of the song as well. It's just the chorus chords. We're going to start with A, and the rhythm is, so I'm playing down, up, down, down, down. Down, up, down, down, down. And you can, if you want to, you can bounce after the first up stroke. So a bounce means the fingers release and that cuts off the sound. You hear that? As soon as you release the fingers, the sound cuts off. So you can do that after the first upstroke and then you bring them back in again. Alright, you don't have to do that, but it is a cool option. Otherwise, it sounds nice and smooth like this, which is also perfectly good. Alright, you can play A like this instead if you want an easier version. So the second chord is going to be A major 7 with G sharp in the bass. I use my thumb to play the G sharp. Okay, so pause the video if you need to practice these shapes with the rhythm. Or the simplified version, A major 7. You can do that if you're really struggling, alright? Next we have F sharp minor. Alright, again you could just play simple F sharp minor here. But it sounds really cool up here. So to get the hammer on part, we're going to do a strum, then hammer on, then we have our up, down, they're off again. Okay, so you just have to take them off in the right place. So far we have okay, now the second half of the chorus, we're going to have D sharp, B, A. We're going to have this movement, which is very tricky, alright? For D, you can use finger 1 and 2, so that finger 1 is in position for the next chord. So we have D, and then we go to this sort of F sharp minor 7 slash C sharp in the bass from the A string down. Now I actually bring the wrist up for this chord. I find it a little bit easier to play it, but you could have the wrist down if you prefer, okay? So D slash C sharp, then B minor. Then we're going to have A, and you can play A down here for this particular part. Now for the rhythm, I play something different here. I play down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, like this. So this last part is E major, and we alternate it with E sus. You bring the pinky down onto the G string, 2nd fret, and that's how you get the sus chord. You can do a hammer on, or just bring it straight down, it doesn't matter. For those of you that want to take your playing to the next level, make sure you sign up to my premium membership website. You'll gain access to all my backing tracks, all of my lessons, and I'll teach you how to improvise, solo, and play advanced chords. Enjoy the rest of your lesson, guys. Alright, for the verse section, a little bit more simple. We're going to start with the A major chord, okay, and we can use that rhythm that we already used in that first part of the chorus. So we play down, up, down, down, down. Again, you can do the bounce after the upstroke, or you don't have to. Second chord is F sharp dominant 7th. Quite a difficult bar chord, I have to say, but give it a try. If you struggle, you can always try and just get the top 4 strings instead. Then we go to B minor twice for 2 bars. Now the second half of the verse, we'll do D, and then we have the F sharp minor 7 again with C sharp in the bass, and then E to E sus. And that brings us into the chorus. So the verse is actually much more simple and straightforward once you can already play the chorus. Now in this song, verse 2, the second verse is very strange. There's a key change. Luckily it goes back to the original key after the verse 2, so it's really bizarre. But here it is. We start with C for verse 2 instead of A. So we've gone up 3 keys just for verse 2, which is very unusual, but sounds kind of cool. But the rhythm's the same, we just have to use different chords. We have C, then A7, then D minor. You notice from A7, I just slide the 3rd finger up to get to D minor. Makes it sound nice and smooth, right? For F, you can play it like this. I find this the easiest. Or just do the top 4 strings or top 5 strings. I actually play the bass note with my thumb to play this chord. Then we have C, but you make sure that you get E in the bass, so we get that movement, dun, dun, right? F, to E in the bass. Yeah, so C major with E in the bass. Then we're gonna have G, sus, G, sus. Okay, to get that sus note, on the B string, use finger 1 here. So that means we have to play this shape, this version of G. You could try and play this version. That's a bit of a stretch. I find that uncomfortable, but feel free. Or you can do this version. Yeah. If you're really struggling though, you could play regular G and just don't even worry about the sus chord. And then we have the key change back to A again, all right? So at this point in the song, we do the chorus again, and then we get to the bridge. It's a very short song, right? Intro, verse, chorus, and then we have the bridge. Now for the bridge, we can keep that more busy rhythm going, and we're gonna have D, E, A, C sharp 7. Now personally, I like to play this version of A, like we have in the chorus, and then we go to this version of C sharp 7, dominant 7, right? So it looks like this now. Alright, but you can play any version of C sharp 7 that you want to play, okay? I just prefer doing this version. So we do that twice round for the bridge, and then the 3rd time round, still D to E, but then we're going to have this movement, A major 7, G sharp in the bass again, F sharp minor, can play this version here. E. Okay, that happens much faster. And then for the very last part, we'll do D once, then on D minor there's these triplets, bum 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 bum, which brings us to the end of the song. So I like to pick from the D string, 1, 2, 3, and then E string up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a nice way to end the song. Alright, that is everything. It's a very challenging song, so feel free to slow down the video. You just have to press the settings icon and change the playback speed so that it is slower than the original. That's going to give you more time to think about the chords and change more gradually, as well as the strumming is going to be slower. So I really recommend doing that, just going over the chord changes really, really slowly, right, until you get used to doing that before you start trying to play along at full speed. Okay, if you found this lesson helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe as well and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. Okay, good luck with the play along and I will see you in the next video. 1, 2, 3, 4.